So Julius Malema was once speaking at a rally, and he used humor to talk about South Africa's roads. He made everyone laugh with a funny comment about the condition of South African roads. He started off by explaining how smooth and well-maintained the highways like the N1, N2 and N3 are. According to him, the reason those highways are in good shape is because they have toll gates. The companies or people who are responsible for those toll gates also make sure the roads are fixed and free of potholes. So, as long as you're driving on those main roads, you're unlikely to run into any problems. But then, Malema switched things up and started joking about what happens when you leave the main roads. He said that the moment you turn off from the highway and start driving through the suburbs or into the townships, it's a completely different story. The roads become rough, and it feels like no one has taken care of them in years. But then he switched things up and started joking about what happens when you leave the main roads. He said that the moment you turn off from the highway and start driving through the suburbs or into the townships, it's a completely different story. The roads become rough, and it feels like no one has taken care of them in years. That's where the potholes start popping up, big, deep, and right in the middle of the road like they're part of the design. Then came the moment that had the entire crowd laughing. He made a bold joke saying that some of the potholes were so huge they were the same size as President Cyril's nose. It was an unexpected comment that caught everyone off guard. Even though it was clearly a joke, people couldn't help but burst into laughter because of how random and outrageous it sounded. Malema was obviously using humor to criticize the government and make a point about how poorly maintained many roads are in local areas.
When you drive on N1, N2, N3, there's no pothole because there are toll gates. Those people who are given toll gates, part of their responsibility is to maintain those roads. When you go off-road, you get into the suburbs and townships, you find a pothole the size of the nose of Ramaphosa right in the middle of the road.